Yu-Gi-Oh! An incredibly complex card game with tens of thousands of cards. However, what if each set was separated from the rest of the massive card pool and your choices when building a deck were extremely limited? In this series, in order to learn Yu-Gi-Oh! From the ground up, I will be embarking on an adventure through the history of the card game with Jeexx. In each episode, we will have access to all the cards in a select product, and using only the cards in that product, both of us will build a deck before playing a best of 3 match to determine the winner of the episode. We will move in a chronological order in the series, and with each new episode we will forget the cards of the past in order to experience something brand new. We hope you enjoyed this adventure through Yu-Gi-Oh! And its evolution with us. Welcome to the historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey. What is up guys and girls, welcome back to Historic Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning journey, this time with another structure deck episode. This time it's structure decks, Order of the Spellcasters, as well as Rokket, Revolt. Jeexx is going to be on Order of the Spellcaster, which is a pendulum deck, and I'm going to be on Rokket Revolt, so let's take a look. And obviously, as is the case with these structure deck episodes, most of the cards that are actually relevant here in these we will have in our decks anyway, so I'm not gonna bother explaining these too much, but I did want to say that Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic, is the notorious Yu-Gi Boomers' worst nightmare card, where it has, I think still, like, the most text out of any Yu-Gi-Oh card out there. As for rules text, and Rokket Revolt is the kind of, I don't know if this is the birth of Dragon Link, but this is like when Dragon Link properly definitely gets established, and whereas normally I would be very excited, obviously with our new extra deck rules, to be playing what's essentially the earliest version of Dragon Link. Unfortunately, Striker Dragon is not out yet. I think it comes out in Chaos Impact, so in a few sets, but it's not out yet, so without that, unfortunately, the deck is quite inconsistent and most of the time not doing anything. Regardless though, let's still take a look at what the Rockets can do. First, we have Rokket Tracer, which is a level 4 tuner. As a quick effect, you enter the face-up card you control, destroy it, and if you do spell summon a Rokket monster from a deck, accept a Tracer, and for the rest of the turn, your extra deck locked for darks only. This is a hard once per turn. I'll cover our other tuner first, because most of the other stuff is the same. It's a level 1. On normal summon, you can target level 5 hard dragon monster, dark dragon monster specifically, in your grave. Special summon it in defense position, but negates its effect, and it gets popped during the end phase, and once again you're dark locked for the extra deck. And as for the other Rokket stuff, all of these essentially do the same thing, where when a link monster's effect is activated, targets this face-up card on the field, you can, as a quick effect, destroy this card and then get effects, and then all of them have effects where if this card was destroyed on the field by battle or card effect this turn and sent there, you can in end phase spell summon a Rokket monster from your deck, except a copy of whatever the card itself is. As for the effects, when they get targeted by link monster effects, for Magna Rokket Dragon, you all of them destroy themselves. I don't remember if I mentioned that, but all of them destroy themselves for the effect, and then get the they get the respective effects. And for Magna Rokket, the effect is to send a monster from the field to the graveyard. Silver Rokket Dragon, you get to look into your opponent's extra deck and banish one card from it. For Metal Rokket Dragon, you get to destroy all of your opponent's cards in the same column as Metal Rokket Dragon when it was popped. Silver Rokket Dragon destroys a monster in the column this card was in and destroy any monsters adjacent to that card's zones. Very weird. Auto Rokket Dragon sends a spell trap on the field to the graveyard, and Anasha Rokket Dragon makes one face monster on the field unable to attack and negates its effect until the end of the turn. As for the other stuff, we have Absolutor Dragon. If you control a rock monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand. You can only spell summon it once per turn this way. If this card is sent to the graveyard by any means, you can add a rocket monster from your deck to your hand. This effect is a hard once per turn. So both of them hard once per turns. Normally you wouldn't run 3 off this card, but we're kinda, we're not really struggling when it comes to finding space for our monster, so it's one of the better ones, and we want to see it as much as possible, so that's why we have it as a 3-off. And then finally, we have 2 copies of Gateway Dragon, third one on the side as well. If your opponent controls a link monster, you can spell summon this card from your hand, and you can only summon this once per turn, hard once per turn, and once a day you can spell summon a level 4 or lower Dark Dragon monster from your hand. It helps us get into our link plays, but for most of our hands, unfortunately, we won't have a way to get a lot of link plays going, but still, you know, it's something. World Supplier, once per turn, it's a continuous spell. During each of your standby phase, if you control a Boral Link monster, you can target a Rocket monster in your graveyard, spell summon it, but sure, during the end phase, you can always use this effect of World Supplier once per turn. Once again, a kind of a like win more card, that's why we're not really maxing out of it. A Quick Launch, probably the best card in our deck. Spell summon a Rocket monster from your deck, but it cannot attack and is destroyed during the end phase. Quick spell, and you can activate all. If I open 3 of this, I can activate all in the same turn, which is really good. A triple boot sector launch, all rocket monster field gain 300 attack and defense, and you activate one of these effects. Either spell summon up to 2 rocket monsters with different names from your hand in defense position, or if your opponent controls more monsters you do, you can spell summon rocket monster for different names from your graveyard in defense position, up to the difference. Then we have 2 copies of Squib Draw, third one in the side as well. Target a rocket monster you control, destroy it, and if you do draw 2, you can only activate 1 per turn. Polymerization, add 2 copies, third one in the side as well. This is to summon out Boral of Fierce Dragon. A triple Dragon Shrine, it's a foolish burial for specifically Dragon Monster. We're not running a normal, so we are not getting the other effect. It's there to send Absorber Dragon, so we get to add a rocket from our deck to our hand. Double Twin Twisters, the discard activates Absorber as well, and obviously being up against a Pendulum deck, it's nice if we can pop scales when need be. Third one to the side for this one as well. And then triple Mirror Force, because why the hell not? As for the side deck, extra copies of a lot of stuff that I already talked about. 2 copies of Boral Regenerator. Update this by targeting 1 rocket monster in your graveyard, spell summon it, and equip with this card, but eventually when it leaves the field, this card is sent to the graveyard because the equipped monster is destroyed. You can draw 1 card. The issue is that if this gets dealt with, you obviously banish the card, but the other part of this is honestly pretty nice. And honestly, I think we'll do this. Maybe I'll end up regretting it, but I think it might be better on the long run. We have a single copy of Rapid Trigger. Fusion summon a fusion monster from your extra deck by destroying fusion materials listed on it from your field, but you can only attack monsters spell summoned from the extra deck, and is unaffected by activated effects by any other monster spell summoned from the extra deck. You can only activate 1. The protection is nice, but the issue is that you need to specifically pop stuff on your field, which means that we need to get the stuff on the field. It's not the worst, but the limitation is kind of whack, and obviously, like I said, like getting to even 2 monsters on the field is sometimes like pretty hard with this deck, so I'd rather just have the extra consistency. 2 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, probably not citing these because the only target we have is a Absorber Dragon, as well as our Synchronous Infusions if we get to those, but you know, it exists. It's there as an option. Triple Magic Cylinder, probably not going to play it. A copy of Triple Burst Dragon and a copy of Boral Dragon. These are going in. Boral is going in for Topological Zeroboros, and Triple Burst is probably going in for Quad Boral. As for the stuff that we're running, like I said, there are a few that are in the extra deck itself. Let's cover the links first. We have Topological Zeroboros 2+ effect monster, link 4. You cannot summon or set monsters to any extra monster zone this card points to. This turn to attack for each banished card. If another monster is summoned to a zone, this points to ball on the field, banish all cards on the field. And during the sample phase on the next turn, this card was banished by its own effect. You spell summon the banished card. We don't really want to be banishing things, so even though like it's nice, I would rather go into some of the other like link 4 Borals. Boral Guard, of the 3 link 4 Borals take the same 3+ effect monster. Boral Guard Dragon cannot be destroyed by card effects. Once per turn, you can send a card from your spell drop zone to the graveyard to spell summon from either graveyard to your field, a monster that was destroyed and sent at this turn, but these effects are permanently negated. And once per turn, you can quick effect, target a monster in the field, change the face of defense position, and this cannot be responded to its spell speed 4. These are obviously 2 popular Borals. It's the worst out of the 3 link 4s. Boral Sword needs no introduction, same thing with Boral Lord, we've seen these so many times already. Triple Burst, 2+ monsters except for tokens. Once per turn during the damage step when a spell trap or monster effect is activated, you can negate the activation, and if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing. During main phase, extra turn, this card spell summon, you can tribute this, then target a link 2 or lower monster in your graveyard, spell summon it, then you can spell summon level 4 or lower dragon monster from your hand. It's pretty nice. It's probably one of the better links that we have access to. Quad Boral, 2 Dragon Monster, including a Rocket Monster. You can discard a card, then target a face monster on the field. You cannot spell summon link 2 or lower monster from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. Also destroy the target monster. Then, if it was a link, you can spell summon any number of Rocket Monster with different names from your hand or graveyard up to its link rating. It's not great. It's like, it's so convoluted in what it does, and it doesn't even have good arrows, so that's why like this card just isn't very good. And honestly, I'm kind of thinking like I would even want more of this guy. So we're never running multiple. Actually, we can just do this. Return of the Dragon Lord. Sorry that I'm doing a lot of changes, but honestly, I'll throw in a second booster dragon. Fuck it, why not? Here. So we can then pick what we actually need. Booster Dragon, 2 rocket monsters, once for the target of one other phase monster on the field, give it 500 attack and defense. It's spell suite, well, not spell suite for it, it cannot be responded to, it's not a quick fight, you can't use it on your opponent's turn, unfortunately. If this link summon card is destroyed by a battle or a card of actions into graveyard, you can target a monster in your graveyard and spell summon it. Pretty nice. Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spheres needs no introduction. Same thing with your Dragon Pisty and LP. Obviously, Aggro Pain is gone at this point, so we can't play that. Our Fusion, Portal of Furious Dragon, takes 2 Dark Dragon monsters. Like a quick effect, you can target a monster you control and a card your opponent controls to destroy them. Then you can banish this card from your graveyard, target a Dark Link monster in your graveyard, spell summon it, but neither player can activate its effects this turn. Each effect is a hard once per turn. Hydro Dragon, Archfiend Abyss, takes 1 tuner and 1 non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro monster. You can as a quick effect, target a face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effect until the end of this turn. But this card inflicts spell damage to your opponent, you can target a tuner in your graveyard to spell summon it in defense position. And each effect is a hard once per turn. It's pretty nice, and how we're getting into it is our like 2 Dark Dragons. We have Beelze of the Diabolic Dragon, which I'm realizing now is 100 Genesis points. That's really funny. Takes Dark Tuner and 1+ and 1 tuner monster. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. If you take damage from an attack involved with this card, or from an opponent's card effect, this card gains attack equal to the damage you took permanently. No restrictions or limitations whatsoever. That's why the card always breaks everything. Warlord Savage Dragon, 1 tuner and 1+ non-tuner monsters. If this guy's synchro, tune liquid. Actually, why am I reading this? You know what Warlord Savage does. We have a Dawn Dragster here as for a 7, because Rocket Tracer and our Auto Rocket might make it. So there's a chance this comes up. Against attack equal to this level times 300. If this attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing, blah blah blah, doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is once per turn when your opponent activates a spell drop card or effect, you can reduce the guy level permanently by 2 and negate the activation and destroy the card. And finally, we have If the World Chalice Justiciar. None of this matters. We're not using anything here. The only thing that's relevant is that it's a level 5 tuner, so we can use it to do stuff. The thing here is that this takes a non-tuner Dark Dragon Synchro, which is annoying, but we can use Ib with Auto Rocket to make either of our level 8s in some situations. It might come up, most of them not, but it might come up. More relevant is that we're just gonna be using Rocket Synchro and Absor Router to make either of these two. That's what the deck actually does. So yeah, like I said, unfortunately, because the big thing about like this card is obviously we don't have access to any of the non-rocket stuff for the actual extra deck, which is an issue. And additionally, we don't have access to Striker Dragon yet, which is obviously the best rocket card, straight up, just giving you a free +1 on summon, and also gets to do more stuff with rockets. So not having access to that kind of sucks, and we're up against like a sorry about that. Honestly, pretty potent like control pile in the Order of the Spellcasters. So I'm expecting to get absolutely smoked here, but hopefully we get to do something at least before that happens. But with all that being said, though, thank you for watching that breakdown. Hopefully you enjoyed Jeexx as well, and afterwards I'll see y'all in the dueling zone.
Mr. Endymion. Oh yeah, it's kind of funny that we ended up doing this right after finishing doing Enfield dailies and stuff. Anywho, keep this part in. But yeah, we're playing the Endymion structure deck versus, I don't even remember what the other one was. The Rokket structure deck. Yeah. It's Rokket Revolt versus Order of the Spellcasters. Okay, what is the old one called? Don't remember anymore. But yeah, I am playing, as you can see, Order of the Spellcasters. Weebfox will be playing Rokket Revolt, and this is going to be either very one-sided, mostly because the fact that both of us seem to agree that this deck is significantly more powerful than the other one. Partially because the fact that Rockets end up getting way more support down the line that makes them become like some of the best combo slabs you can find. Whereas Endymion doesn't get anything past this pretty much. It's just stuck as is, so they put everything into this structure deck. But yeah, I'm running one copy of regular Endymion, which in hindsight is probably a mistake. You can't play spell counters on this card, so it's completely fucking useless. Then we have 2 copies of Luna, which is the effect of when this card is normal summoned, you can add a spellcaster monster 1850 attack from your deck to your hand, and once per turn, quick effect, target one face monster opponent controls, and they can send a card with that monster's name from their deck or extra deck to the graveyard to negate this effect. If not, bounce both that card and this card to the hand. Magician of Prophecy adds a spellbook. Endymion, the mighty master of magic. This is the card that scares off the Yugi Boomer, the card that works perfectly at repelling a Yugi Boomer. You show them this and they recoil in pain and in fear because they do not understand. Because back when they went to school, you weren't taught how to read. You were taught how to farm. You were taught how to take care of the cattle. Those fucking boomers, man. Anywho. Endymion has the most words out of any Yu-Gi-Oh card in existence in the English translation. I do not know if this is accurate for the Japanese version of the card, if it has the most syllables or it has the most kanji or whatever combined, but it has the most words on it for the English card. This card is in fact a shorter effect text than some units in Fire Emblem Heroes. It's a funny one. But yeah, Endymion has the pendulum effect that you can remove 6 spell counters from your field and spell summon this card for Pendulum Zone, then count the number of cards you control that can have a spell counter and destroy up to that many cards in the field, and if you do play spell counter cards of this card, equal to the number of cards destroyed. You can only use this effect of Endymion once per turn. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card or spell or trap effect is activated, quick effect, you can return 1 card for your control with the spell counter to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation. And if you do that, destroy it. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the returned card had, and while this card has a spell counter, your opponent cannot target it with card effects, also cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. When this card with a spell counter destroyed by battle, you can add one normal spell from your deck to your hand. So here it's important. This is something that I actually recently found out, that you cannot activate cards that say you cannot during the damage step activate cards that negate the effect of something that activated, but you can activate effects that negate the activation of a card that was activated or effect that was activated. Can you repeat that middle part? Which part? Even the part where once per turn, when a spell trap card or effect is activated, a quick effect, you can return 1 card you control with a spell counter out to the hand, and if you do, negate the activation. If you do that, destroy it. Then you can place the same number of spell counters on this card that the return card had. No, the other part. You know what, Bruka? You can read the card. You have the ability to use your eyeballs. You know how the game works. Magical Abductor, Spellcaster Pendulum. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card, and when that spell resolves, once per turn, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card and add 1 pendulum monster from your deck to your hand. Monster effect is completely irrelevant, but it allows you to search for a spellcaster and become stronger for each spell counter. Magister of Endymion. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card, and when that spell resolves, you can remove 3 spell counters on this card, especially summon both this card from your Pendulum Zone and 1 face-up monster from your extra deck you can place spell counters on, and then place 1 spell counter on each. You can only spell summon Magister of Endymion once per turn. When this card declares an attack, you can place 1 spell counter on it. Once per opponent's turn. Quick effect, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card, from your field. Spell summon 1 monster from your deck that you can place spell counters on. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your Pendulum Zone, then place the same number of spell counters on it that it had as a monster. Mythical Beast Medusa, it has the pendulum effect of, if you have no other cards in your other Pendulum Zone, you can target 1 monster in graveyard that can place spell counters on and destroy this card, and if you do, spell summon that monster and then place 1 spell counter on it. I am not playing this card for the monster effect. I'm playing this specifically if I happen to lose all copies of Endymion to like something that rips them from my hand or something. I don't know. Or if I use them for Big Eye later down the line. Reflection of Endymion. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell card on this card. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card and spell summon both this card from Pendulum Zone and 1 monster from your hand that you can place spell counter on. And if you do, place 1 spell counter on each. And then you can target 1 card your opponent controls and 1 card you control with the spell counter, except this card. Return that opponent's card to your hand, opponent's card and your card to the hand. Then place the same number of spell counters on this card that your returned card had. When this card with the spell counter is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 Endymion card from your deck to your hand. This card is really solid. It's a level 7, 1.850. It's searchable with Luna. It's searchable with the Endymion cards. It's really solid as a card. Yeah, it's really useful. Servant of Endymion, each time a spell card is activated, you can play spell counter on this card. You can remove 3 spell counters from this card and spell summon both this card and a card from your deck with 1000 or more attack, and then place 1 spell counter on each. 1000 or more attack. Important note that it can summon literally anything else in the deck other than itself. Then monster effect, this card attack. This card with the spell counter can attack directly. Quick effect, you can discard 1 card, place 1 spell counter on each card you control that you can place a spell counter on. And if this card in the monster zone is destroyed, you can place this card in your pendulum zone and then place the same number of spell counters on it that it had as a monster. Endymion's Lab. Name is treated as magical citadel of Endymion when it's on the field. Each time a spell card is activated, place 1 counter on this, and then when once per turn after damage calculation, if your spellcaster monster was destroyed by battle, you can remove 6 counters from this card or your field, and spend 1 level 7 or higher spellcaster monster from your deck, hand, or deck. Then we have Magical Citadel of Endymion. Each time a spell is activated, add a counter, and you can remove counters from this card to pay for costs that would require removing counters. And then once per turn, if this would be popped, you can prevent it from being popped by removing a counter from it. Pot of Desires, Spell Power Grasp. Target 1, face a card on the field that you can place spell counters on, and place 1 spell counter on it. Then you can add Spell Power Grasp from your deck to your hand. Spell Power Mastery. You add 1 Endymion card from your deck to your hand, and then you can count the number of Spell Power Mastery and Spell Power Grasp you control or have in the graveyard, and place that many spell counters among cards you control that you can place spell counters on. Spellbook of Power, Spellbook of Secrets, Spellbook of Wisdom. Essentially, you go you start the game, you play a Secrets, you add you add a Power, you add a Wisdom, you add a whatever, and you're already like up 2 counters. And then after that, you play Terraforming, you search for Endymion, and then you play Endymion, and then bam, boom, bam, boom. There you go. That's how you play the game. Or if your hand happens to have a Endymion and any of, like, pretty much Servant of Endymion or Magister of Endymion, you can pretty much always guarantee that you can use a Spellbook of Secrets to get a Endymion out on board, or having an interrupt of some kind at least. Well, yeah. Terraforming obviously in here. We have 3 copies of Duel and Lockbird because it was in the deck. I cited it because I did not think that it would be a very fun experience to have it in the main deck, both for me and Weebfox, because I don't think this card is that, like, it's not really synergistic with the rest of the deck. The Mythical Beast Cerberus, which has the effect of each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card, and when that spell resolves, and gains 5 attack for each spell counter on it. And at the end of the battle phase, remove all spell counters from it. Then we have Ebon High Magician, which is the effect of, it requires 2 spellcasters for material. While this card has material, you can activate quick play spell cards or trap cards from your hand during your opponent's turn, but attaching 1 material from this card. And if this XYZ summoned card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if this XYZ summoned card you control is sent to the graveyard by opponent's card effect, you can spell summon 1 dark spellcaster from your hand or deck, and then you can destroy 1 card on the field. So essentially, if I played this, I would be able to guarantee if it dies that I get an Endymion and back out. And we have Crowley, requires 2 spellcaster monsters. If this card is link summoned, you can reveal 3 spellbook cards with different names from your deck, and your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to your hand. Also shuffle the rest in the deck. You can only use this effect of Crowley once per turn. Each turn, 1 level 5 or higher spellcaster monster you normal summon can be summoned without tributing. So essentially, I would be able to just normal summon Endymion or even Reflection if need be. And then more copies of Medusa, Endymion, Reflection, Power Gas, Wisdom, so on. Even High, Big Eye, Bamboozling Shadow, 2 level 3s, which I have barely enough of. Once per turn, when opponent's monster activates an effect, you can attach 2 to change it to both Belarus Trad 2. And that's it. That's all the effects that it has, essentially. Crowley, and then we have the card from the actual structure deck. Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior. 2 spellcaster monsters. If this card is link summoned, place 1 spell counter on it, gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. And if a spellcaster monster is spell summoned to a zone this card points to, place 1 spell counter on this card. You can remove 2 spell counters from this card, then target 1 card on the field and destroy it. You can only activate each of the following effects of Daybreaker once per turn. And we have a Summon Sorceress. We already know what Summon Sorcerer does. It allows you to put a card. You can summon a card that has the same type. I think it was from the deck itself. Yeah. Bim bam boom. Bish bash bosh. But yeah, that about does it. This is a doozy of a deck, if you will. This, as you can probably tell by the fact that this is like the longest deck breakdown I've had in, I think, 50 to 80 episodes at this point. I think that speaks volumes. Right, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of text. There's a lot of card effects. And it just feels like every time you read one of these cards, often you think, wow, this had this effect? Wait, what do you mean this has a destruction effect? I completely forgot. It's like reading Questing Beast in MTG, like from Eldraine, Throne of Eldraine. Not Throne of Eldraine. Yeah, Throne of Eldraine. Wilds of Eldraine is the newer one. And you're just confused about the fact that it has like 5 different keywords and it has 2 different effects for seemingly no reason. And most people cannot remember what half of the keywords are correctly or what the 2 effects actually are. And if you just add more text to it, you wouldn't be like, nobody would question you. Everybody would just be like, yeah, that's what Questing Beast does. But yeah, that's how I feel about this deck, and specifically Endymion. Because there's like the on destruction effect, I always fucking forget. Oh, you mean when I get destroyed by battle, I just get to add my mastery to hand, or I just get to add a secrets to my hand? Okay. But yeah, gonna be interesting to see how this goes. Good luck with the games.
What is up, ladies and lads? Welcome back to this week's Yu-Gi-Oh! Learning Journey, this time with another structure deck episode with Order of Spellcasters and Rokket Revolt. Jeexx is on the Pendulum deck, and I'm gonna be trying my best, but unfortunately no Striker Dragon yet, so we'll see what this amounts to.
It's okay, you go first. Maybe something?
Maybe?
Poscham?
We'll try our best. I didn't do a lot of test times, but I did do a few. But unfortunately, the deck doesn't do much.
Wow, this is a pretty good hand. Holy fuck, what do you mean?
My hand is not good. Also, the game does not work. Well, this certainly is a hand. God, this is awesome. You know what? I watched some people play Go format yesterday, and honestly, I feel inspired. So what my combo deck does is sets one back row, sets one monster, and passes.
I respect it. I would like to start off by activating nothing. Actually, yes, I would like to activate the magical Citadel of Endymion.
Oh my god, it's very magical.
God. And then I would like to activate Endymion's Lab, which puts a counter on the magical Citadel of Endymion when it resolves.
Damn, it just needs to remove one also to protect itself, which is kind of crazy. Does Slab get a counter on itself? I guess no, because it's continuous.
No, because it's activating.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, you're right.
Then would like to normal summon Spellbook Magician of Prophecy.
Yippee!
Add to my hand a Spellbook of Secrets. Is this okay?
Go for it. Secret is fine.
Card. Fantasy, in fact. Very, very fantasy. I would like to activate to my hand a Spellbook of Wisdom.
Wisdom is fine.
Then I would like to activate the effect of Spellbook of Power, targeting my Spellbook Magician of Prophecy.
Go for
Another
it.
counter on both of these. Okay. Then I forgot to activate this thing. Whoops. Whatever. I'm not gonna take anything back. Fuck that. I would like to go into combat to attack using my Spellbook Magician of Prophecy with 1,500. And if it kills this monster, I get to
Fuck you, Mirror Force! I was talking about gold format.
Bro, I chained to your Mirror Force a Spellbook of Wisdom, targeting my guy to make it
effective. No!
Or trap effects.
How could this happen? Yeah,
no.
That's fine. Silver Rocket Dragon is gone. Kind of funny that if I just normal summoned it would have been big enough.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
0.9k beats the Eclipse again.
Yeah.
Does it do anything?
In phase, it lets me spell summon a rocket monster from my deck.
Okay. I would like to add to my hand a spellbook card. After the powers activate, I get that to my hand.
Go for it.
Yeah. I add a spellbook of secret, and then I was supposed to activate this guy way earlier, so it's kind of whatever. You know what? Double checking. You can. Wait, what is. Wait, what? Count the number of. Yeah? Okay. Alright. I pass with my goon on the board.
But you don't add anything with power?
I added secrets. What do you mean?
Oh,
I added,
okay.
this thing.
Didn't see that. Dual ability is Jeanette. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So secrets. Oh my fucking god. Oh yeah, end phase effect I would need to get. So right during the end phase it's yes. So I will resolve end phase. So Rokket. I'll go for. I mean, it's always gotta be Tracer, right? So we'll go Tracer. And then I'll go draw standby main.
Okay. This doesn't pop itself at the end.
Yep. I don't think this shit matters. Does this do anything? Not really. I mean, I guess it's so wonky. Fuck it.
Whack as fuck. Go.
We'll do what we can. I think I'll start by so what did this do? This is Spellcasters and it gives protection, and then lab was once per turn after Spellcaster to show a value you can remove 6 too. Okay. Well, in that case, I think this gives me. Yeah, sure. I will start with a Twisters. I'll discard for cost. You. Does it matter? It doesn't. I'll discard you.
Yep. Now you remove 1 counter for Endymion to protect it, and lab gets popped.
Then I'll go this. Yes. I'll activate boot sector launch. I will use Rokket Tracer. I will pop my boot sector launch. I am now Dark Clock from the extra deck, and I will grab a. I don't think it matters. I'd rather go for you. Sure. We'll summon out you.
No.
And then, using these two, I will go for
my god,
Beelze of the Diabolic Dragons.
What?
25. Me too, and that is all I can do. And these were discarded.
Because this is not what I want to see in my hand right now.
Was Endymion destroy or banish? It was a banish, right? Or is it destroy?
Double checking. Oh, and you get the activation if you destroy it.
Oh, it's destroy. Okay. Well then, Beelze is actually pretty good.
Correct. Activate a Magister of Endymion.
Magister with a spell card. You can remove 3 dispels of this and a face of monster. Oh jeez. Yep.
So it's pretty good. And then I activate a secrets to add to my hand a thingamabob.
Yep. Go for it.
Like to add...
No Ash Blossom Smoj.
No Ash Blossom Smoke.
It is pretty funny that the best way to play this, what eventually turns into like the probably most combo slot link deck in the entire game in its pure form is like, okay, well, let me fight for my life to make some synchros.
Yeah. Synchro that you're supposed to make is pretty good. It's pretty...
Yeah, I mean that's true, but if I struggle to make the links, then making Borlord is kind of hard at that point.
Yeah.
And there is the guy. All right, let's read everything. So this guy, count the number, destroy that many cards in the field, spell scala, must be there, and monster effect, spell drop, you can return one with spell counter, negate, and then you place a send out that will earn it. Well, this card has spell counter and cannot target with effects, cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very, very powerful, very strong.
It is a lot of things, and those things are like good, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I would like to remove 6 counters from my side of the field. To special summon a Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic. And then I would like to destroy.
It's special summon this from the Pendulum Zone.
Oh, yes, sorry, not my hand. Yeah. Summon this guy from the... I keep thinking it's from hand, because it's like, oh, yeah. This thing only has a single effect. But I do that. I summon this guy from here. And then I pop up to the number of blah, blah, blah from blah. I'm actually just gonna pop the Magister of Endymion.
Yeah.
That goes to the extra deck.
Yeah, it goes to the extra deck, you get a
and then I get a counter. And then...
So now it's immune to card effect destruction. And targeting.
Unfortunate. And targeting. And then I activate a Spellbook of Power, targeting my Endymion, giving my Endymion a counter, but Endymion doesn't get a counter when I put a counter on Endymion, because for some reason Endymion doesn't get counters when Endymion plays Endymions. But I think Beelze is just the card that I cannot out in this deck, so I'm just gonna pass, and if you don't kill me, I scoop.
Right, well, unfortunately, I don't think there is literally a way I can kill. I have dead cards in my hand that don't do anything, so...
You just swing over Endymion here?
Yeah, it's literally the only thing I can do. I can go for a... I can normal summon this thing, but it doesn't do anything. It just gives me more damage, because this is just... this turn, it gains 1,000. So, I mean, I can do 1,800.
Nope, that's not the right 1,800.
That's all I can do.
It's insane that... What happened to the combo slot?
Not pure Rockets. They don't do the things. The tuners are good and Absorouter is good. Every other Rocket name is hey, target this thing with the Link Force and you can do stuff. But I can't make the Link Force. Because the only way I could realistically make the Link Force is Boot Sector launch, and you somehow have a lot of cards, and then I can summon out stuff later from the grave, but I literally can't do that.
That's... Yeah.
It's doo-doo, but... Have we seen Beelze, by the way, before? I don't think so, because the name is Dragons and not Dragon.
And it's also one of those cards that doesn't really have any utility.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a pseudo towers.
Yeah. It just does one thing by the fact that everything in the game can kind of negate it now or kill it with some other means.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, because it's essentially just a negation. Then you just
because you swung into this guy and killed it. I keep forgetting this thing has a fucking destruction effect.
Oh yeah, Endymion?
And this card with the spell counter is destroyed by battle. You mind if I add a card?
Go for it.
That's... Dude, what the fuck, man? What does this card have a gazillion effects on it? I don't understand. I activate Spell Power Mastery.
Mastery is fine.
Place the counter, and then I get to add an Endymion from my deck to my hand. I would like to add an Endymion to my hand. A copy of Endymion himself, and then I count the number of spell power grasps and stuff. Then I get to put spell counters on cards of the number of blah that I have. No, I have one because it's on field as well.
Oh, it's on the
control or
field.
have
Okay,
negated.
yeah, then gotcha.
Yeah, I get to put one on card, and I would like to put the one on servant. I would like to put one on servant.
The art on Master is so cool. I think it looks sick.
Yeah, it's really cool that it's like building on the other one as well. I don't know what it's called right now, but you spell power grasp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would like to declare a pendulum summon,
Go for it.
summoning out a Endymion and an Minion, and then see, this is the out. I overlay my 2 level 7s for a Spellcaster rank 7, which is big eye, and I would like to detach to yoink the Beelze.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I would like to activate the effect of Servant of Endymion. Let me double check. Special both this card from a pendulum and monster from your deck with 1,000 or more attack. Okay, you can place a spell counter on. And yeah, I would like to summon this thing, if that is okay.
Oh, which thing?
Endymion, Servant of Endymion. So the other card.
Oh yeah, this. Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah, I would like to summon it, and I summon another card from my extra deck. Not my extra, my deck, which I can place spell counters on, which has 1,000 or more attack. Am I reading that right? And you can special summon both this card from your Pendulum Zone and a monster from your deck with 1,000 or more attack that you can place a spell counter on.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am not misreading this card. This literally allows me to add anything?
As long as you can place a spell counter on it. So you can't summon... UCD cannot be placed as spell counter, so you couldn't add UCD.
The thing that I'm confused about is just like the fact that like this wording. I was thinking, oh, I can only summon a card that has like 1,000 or less something. But no, it's literally I can just summon anything in my deck pretty much.
Yeah, because it's 1,000 or more, so you can't add another Servant of Endymion.
Yeah. Double checking.
But actually, it wouldn't even matter because it says you can only special summon Servant of Endymion one per turn.
Yeah. This card cannot attack this turn. Yeah. Okay. So I can add this thing. Wait. I can bounce that. I think that would be fine. I summon out Reflection of Endymion.
Yep.
Actually, I could just summon Endymion, regular Endymion. But yeah, I summon this guy.
You don't have it anymore because you already have 3 in circulation, so you wouldn't have another one in your deck.
Oh.
You have one in your grave, and then you have
I'm double
one
checking.
Under...
Regular Endymion cannot have spell counters placed on it.
Oh yeah, you could even summon it yourself. You're right.
It's like the actual Endymion card, the Mighty Master obviously does, but like this thing, I'll just send to the grave. This thing doesn't have the effect.
Oh yeah, gotcha.
Place spell counters on it, which is.
Oh, you're right.
Weird. To top a deck and a shuffle deck.
Yep.
But yeah, I summon Reflection of Endymion, which has the effect of I target a card that has a spell counter on it on my side of the field and the card you control, and I bounce both to hand.
Yep. And that is, I think, is it enough?
No, because I can't swing with
Oh yeah, because Big Eye can't accurate.
Yeah, so
I mean, still, you know, it's very unlikely that... Actually, is there anything I could draw? I don't think there's anything I could draw in my deck.
Because this fucking Beelze Dragon is really hard for you to out as well, so
yep,
makes sense. Wait, what does this thing say? Gains, place 1 spell counter on it, gains 300 attack for each spell counter on it. I mean, it's gonna be less damage if I do that, so I swing with...
Oh yeah, wouldn't Reflection get 3 counters? Because you have 3 counters on the field.
Oh yeah, it does try, you're right. I keep fucking forgetting that these guys actually interact with shit. Dude.
Actual spell counters.
I go combat.
Yep.
Yeah, I swing with this. I swing at this. This doesn't gain anything, right? It does not. Yeah, I swing for 1.85 and then 3k.
Yep. It would have been game if Big Eye could attack.
I was originally trying to find for a line for summoning something from the extra deck as well to extend here, but I don't have anything that I can summon from my hand, and Crowley and Daybreaker both don't deal enough, and I do not have another 7 on board. Now I'm just wondering, because like I have the effect of Servant of Endymion, which allows me to discard cards, if it would be worth it to actually use that, or if it would be better for me to use Magical Sigil of Endymion. Because double checking,
it's only on opponent's turn, so you can't even use it on your own turn.
Yeah, no, but like I'm thinking like if I want to keep a card in my hand.
Oh yeah, you're right.
because I have the Endymion in hand. But each time a spell card is active, place one spell counter on this. If a card with the spell counter is destroyed by destroy, place its counters on this. I think it would still be worth it to have this, because I don't think the placing effect actually matters here, because I can't place spell counters on Endymion. Endymion is stuck until... Wait, I'll activate this.
Mhm.
Then in my turn.
So that
I
would
could
give...
link summon
Oh
using...
wait, this is
Actually,
so
wait.
funny.
If I link summon using Vegai and a servant of Endymion, I don't think... Wait.
Okay,
That's
wait,
crazy.
does this do anything? I mean, fucking, let's give it a shot. Activate boot sector launch.
Yes, spell summon 2 from hand.
If your opponent controls one monster, you do spell summon a rocket monster with different names from your graveyard invis up to the difference.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Can I do... I don't... I'm trying to see, is there a way for me to... Because this doesn't do anything. Everything here, it doesn't matter. I can... change... Second... I think I can kill you, question mark.
Is it through servant of Endymion and...
Yeah, because Boral Sword through Reflection and Servant should kill you, right?
This is exactly the thing that I was thinking about, where like I have 2 cards on board that can get me killed. And I was considering going into like Daybreaker because of it, but then I realized that doesn't really matter, because Daybreaker doesn't actually get the counters, and it's just going to be like 1.9k.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I summoned these, because it's different names, so I can't summon another one. I summoned Gateway Dragon.
What the fuck?
On my normal summon, I used the special to summon Rokket Synchron. I used Tracer, question mark? I don't think it matters. But, like, if I go this, I make that, then I summon... I pop this to, actually...
It's 1000, right? On swing. So it's 2.1 and then it's 2.250.
Because it targets your opponents, it loses, and this gains, so it would swing for 45. Yeah, okay, yeah. We don't need to make this too convoluted, because this just kills, because I just target Beelze, because it can still be targeted. Well, there was one card in my deck that did something, I guess.
Yeah, it's the card that says that it doesn't interact with my deck and just has more attack than my deck does.
Yeah, and I was talking like boot sector launch. I was wondering, like, is there literally any card that I can draw? And that was... was it the only? Yeah, that was literally the only card. I'm looking at my deck, and that was the only card that does anything.
Okay.
I'm talented, I think.
Skilled player, as one might put it.
Oh, dude, what I'm doing right now is so fucking funny. But we are doing it. And we are live. Okay, this time... Fuck it, sure.
Yeah, I think I'm fine with this.
Right.
I don't think there's anything that I actually need to change in the deck, mostly just because the fact that it's...
Yeah, I mean, that was literally like, I binged the 2 out of... 27 cards I had left in my deck to actually do something.
Fairy Tale Luna.
Oh, heck.
Add to my hand a card with 1850 attack or attack from my deck. Yeah. I would like to add to my hand a copy of Reflection of Endymion. Then I would like to activate Magical Abductor to play.
Wait, this Luna character is so fucking annoying, actually.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Like, legitimately, this card is...
Why are all these Fairy Tale cards so fucking annoying?
I was reading this and I was confused. Why isn't this card played? Like, why was this never played? And the answer is that your opponent gets to play the game. They get to send cards from their deck or extra deck to the graveyard. So, you know, it's annoying.
Oh yeah, it's deck as well. Okay, never mind. Yeah, that okay. Now I understand.
But it's still like...
I mean, it's not bad still. Discard Sacred is fine, yeah. For this deck, like, it's fine, because I obviously want to have stuff in my grave.
Put your hand. Then
Power.
activate motherfucking desires.
Oh my god, there it is.
Banish 10. 3 Endymion to the graveyard.
Yep.
Draw 2, baby.
Is this our first Desires in the series?
I think so. This is the worst fucking shit I could have possibly drawn in this situation. Methinks.
It would be really funny if you actually like banish something crazy.
I mean, I can check.
Oh yeah, you can.
Wow. That's insane. I have never wanted to scoop so hard in my life.
Don't send me the screenshot there. Take a pic of what you have there and just put it to me on Discord, but don't press enter. I want to see it after.
Dude, I don't have a deck anymore.
Is it worse than banishing 3 Endymion?
It's on par, I'd say.
Oh hell nah.
Cause like I banished more copies of Endymion. Essentially. Actually top deck shit now.
This is literally, I hate Pot of Desires because stuff like this, I swear, every time it's like, dude, it's gonna get rid of stuff that I need. I hate Extravagance and I hate Desires. I love Prosperity though, because it gives you actually some control now.
I'm gonna activate a. Does this actually fucking matter? Can I do anything here?
That's lovely.
I activate. Not that. I tried. I activate this. That gets that. I do that. I play this. That still doesn't get things, and I still don't have enough to actually use my shit. Well, you know what they say.
Like a beauty.
About
yeah. What do they say?
What do they say?
What do
I
you
activate
mean?
Reflection of Endymion, and then I put 3 counters on this, and I remove 3 counters from this to add to my hand a pendulum card.
Yeah.
I would like to my hand that doesn't help me.
The first Pot of Desires in the series is also gonna be the last Pot of Desires in the series.
I think this is like one of the worst cards that they ever printed, and it's so fucking annoying that there was a period of time where you basically had to include it.
Yeah. This was limited at some point.
Yeah. It's an actually really good card, but because of the fact that I happened to hit a lot of bad things, I have 3 of everything in my deck except for a Terraforming, Spellbook Magician of Prophecy, and Endymion Slab. Those are the only cards that I do not have 3 of. And Spellbook of Wisdom, because I don't think that's as relevant to add.
That makes sense.
And I guess I have 2 copies of Power. But like every relevant card actually in the deck, every like Pendulum Monster, I have minimum 3 of, pretty much.
Minimum 3. I like some are running 5 because they're too good.
I mean, some of them I essentially have 6 copies because of the Searchers, but in this position, it's like, well,
Bro, he is going through it.
Oh man, can I actually play anything in this fucking position? I can't play that. I can't play that. I have this stuck here now for a bit, and I can't really get rid of it. I can get rid of this thing, and I kind of need to get rid of this thing. And for that thing, I need to play these in my hand, and I think I will be, because of that, adding to my hand an Endymion Mighty Master of Magic. Yeah. And then I set 1 fucking card, and then I set another fucking card, and I pass.
Huge. Alright. Not the draw that I wanted, but dude, this hand would be so fucking insane if I was playing the actual Dragon Link.
What do you mean they're making a new Cyber Dragon?
Oh yeah, the one with actually innate negations as well.
And innate special summoning. A fusion summoning.
Yes. This didn't work the way I wanted to. So I mean, let's just fire off a boot sector launch.
Yep. Do
And
whatever you want.
I'll special
King.
from my hand up to 2, but I'll only summon. Actually, if I summon both of these, and then I summon this, and then I use that, can I do something with it? I mean, that would just be so cool, though. Fuck it.
V-ball.
We're doing the cool shit. This might backfire crazy. Actually, does it even work? Because you have... I mean, I can... No, everything... No, it doesn't work because you have fucking Luna. Never mind. I can't do the cool shit. So I'll just summon one.
Okay.
I summon Rokket to Razor.
Okay.
I'll use the effect of Treasure on popping boot sector launch to summon a Rokket from my deck.
I assume you were playing 3 copies of this guy because this guy's
Yes, it's one of the actual
this
good
guy
ones.
is like the game maker.
It's
He
one
just
of
makes
the
plays, if you will.
actually good ones. And
You can't say
actually, does this? Because this doesn't matter. This might be silly. I'll do this. I'll summon it in attack instead. And then off this, I'll summon...
I respect that. I respect
I'll
that.
summon Silver Rokket.
I know you have more than one of these. So.
Yeah, you saw 2 last game, I think.
You can look at my extra deck and banish 1 card from it. Oh no! How will I cope?
When a Link Monster effect is.
Oh no!
Face of card.
That targets this face of card.
Hey, fuck you, man.
What do you mean targets this face up card? Like, brother, why would you... who the fuck is I mean...
Oh my god. And, I mean... This is so goofy, but honestly... attempt to swing over this for 50.
I respect it. Activate Spellbook of Wisdom targeting my Luna to make it unaffected by spell effects. And then I place 2 counters.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Dude, what?
Any response? Any response?
You're good.
Okay, okay.
Take your 50 damage and take 60 more.
I think it would have been a power move if you stopped there.
Yeah, it's just 50. You know, I think both of us, like, for the both of us, it's better for us to just get out of here. I mean,
Very real. Very real.
I don't think there's... Because I can't do the thingamabob now. I would have had to do it earlier, so I can't do the cool thing anyway. So instead of doing anything cool, you know what time it is. Let's make the fucker.
It's okay. I literally have the way to just yoink this guy in my hand.
Nice. Then let's
And
do this, and I will pass.
Okay. Stand by main. I activate a secrets.
Secret is fine.
I add to my hand a spell book. A spell book of, well, we're gonna...
Another wisdom.
Another
So I
one.
knew,
And then,
I know wisdom, I know power, and I know Endymion. I don't know the last one.
I normal summon
Oh,
Fairy Tail Luna.
another one. Yep.
Video game for these goons. So video game would allow me to, please allow me to. I add to my hand a reflection of Endymion. And then I would like to activate God of Desires.
I understand now. Okay.
Banish 10
Jesus fucking Christ.
to draw 2.
Yep.
And then I put a counter on this thing, and I put a counter on this thing. Then I
5
activate the
counters?
effect of Magical Abductor
What the fuck is a magical abductor?
to remove 3 spell counters from it, to add a pendulum monster from my deck to my hand.
Yeah? Is there
Yeah.
anything left?
Yeah, don't worry, bro. Don't worry, bro. I'm cooking here. I'm cooking.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Don't you worry about anything, brother. I add to my hand a servant of Endymion.
Yep.
Yeah. And then actually, wait. No. Do I want? I do want to do that. Fuck that. Fucking video games, bro. Video game. I activate spell power grasp to target a face-up card that I can place spell counters on, and I
Oh
place
no,
a
that's
spell
six now.
counter on fucking magical abductor,
Yeah, and
and
now you can add
then
a spell paragraph from your deck to your hand. Surely you're running 3 of this, and surely none of them are in the 20 banished cards. Because I think both of the spell paragraphs from every master is in the banished pile.
yeah. Every master is in my banish. Then I activate the effect of Reflection of Endymion to remove 3 spell counters from it. To
Yeah.
spell summon both Reflection of Endymion and a card from my hand that I can spell on the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
summon. That's
reflection
not.
and reflection, I assume.
I summon
Since
this in
those are
defense, and then I summon this fucker, and then both of these get counters on them.
Wowzers.
And then I activate the effect of Reflection of Endymion to bounce to my hand, Magical Abductor, and bounce to your hand, the Beelze of the Diabolic Dragons.
That is quite diabolical.
Yep. And then, let me double check something real quick. This card cannot be targeted, and it cannot be destroyed by card effects.
Yep.
Nice. That is correct. I am the smartest player.
You can read the cards.
Dude, I have 9 scale 2s and 3s combined in my deck. And I have 6 scale 8s. I have 1 scale 8. I don't like that.
Don't worry about it.
I don't like that at all. Well, let me see. What does this guy say here? What does this guy say? I contribute some in
Oh, actually make an extra deck place? Surely not.
Huge extra deck place. Huge. Giga place? What is this thing?
Actually don't know what like links you would have.
Links, I have Daybreaker, and I have Summon Sorcerers, and I have Crowley.
Oh yeah, Crowley is the thing. I completely forgot about that. Because I was gonna say like Daybreaker was in the extra, and that's the only thing that was in the extra of the actual deck itself.
Yeah. This summon card is destroyed by battle as integrated. If this extra summon card you control is integrated by your opponent's card affecting summon 1 dark spellcaster monster from your hand or deck.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, this card has material. You can activate quick play and spell card or trap card from your hand during your opponent's turn by touching one material from it.
Wait, that's kind of sick.
This is fucking Ebon High Magician.
Oh yeah, even high. Yeah.
Because I found a way I could actually play it. Yippee! Then I would like to activate fucking. Doesn't matter. Spellbook of Power targeting my Luna.
Oh shit!
To give it a 2.8 gazillion power. Normal summon Luna already this turn, so it fucking matters. Actually, do I want to activate this first, perchance? I'm gonna double check if I have anything in my deck, if that's okay.
Go for it.
I have 2 cards I can use for this. Neither of them are good. But you know what? I'm gonna activate Servant of Endymion first before I activate the Spellbook of Power, if that's okay, and then place a counter on it. Yeah. And then it's fucking a Reflection of Endymion. Put a spell counter on this hoe again, and then
So now the only thing I know in your hand is the Spellbook of Wisdom.
Correct. I activate Spellbook of Wisdom targeting my Endymion.
Oh hell nah!
Counter on this.
Yeah.
It's unaffected by trap cards.
Why traps?
I don't know. Why would I choose traps in this situation? I have no idea. And then I remove 3 counters from this hoe to special
Are you
summon.
killing me?
I think I might be. I move her here and I summon this guy. Summon this girl in defense. That's 1.5, 3 point.
Because 28, 28, 50, 15.
See. And then I can activate this.
I mean, you can do so many extra deck things.
What does this do? Again, during the battle phase, you can remove 2 spell cards, spell counters to do thingies. That's whatever.
Oh, is it just having? Okay, I was gonna say like, wait, do we have battle shenanigans here? But no. Okay.
I get a counter on this and a counter on this, and then I can discard a card on your turn, which doesn't matter here. If I could do that right now, that would be pretty good. Because if I could just discard a card and place 1 counter on everything, I could then do shenanigans.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting here thinking
because you can do stuff with reflection.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a way to get the 2 more counters for reflection, then you definitely kill me. But the question is, do you?
But extra deck.
So 2.
Then, Daybreaker. Gains a counter,
yeah,
and it gains 1. It gains 300 attack for each counter on the field. So it gains 1.2k, so it's 2.8. And then I can remove 2 spell counters.
Wait, where's
from this card?
2.8? What the fuck?
Because
on it.
Oh, on it. Oh.
It would be a good card if it was every spell counter on the field.
Wait, then let me double check something. Cause,
go for it. If you want to do something else, that's fine as well.
Yeah, I'm curious if there's actually a way where I could kill you, but I don't think there is. I don't have cards I can add with Crowley that could do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Crowley could allow me to like force an activation of something, then maybe. But that's not feasible. If I had...
Wait, 19 plus... Wait, how much is this?
It's
Wait, is this...
3.3...
Because
4.3, and then it's
2.850.
2.850.
2850, 15, and 19. Well, it is 9050 that you currently have on board.
Alrighty then.
So, depending on what I have set, it might be game.
That's fair. I mean, it doesn't matter actually, because I go combat. I swing for 1.5.
I take a 15.
Yeah, I swing for 1.9.
I take 19.
I swing for 2.8.
I take 28. I will have to magic cylinder this, so you will take 2850.
I hand to negate the activation of spell or trap card. I would like to bounce to my hand the mythical beast Medusa to negate this. And then I place spell counters on this thing, equal to the number of spell counters that the card had.
Oh, which one negates?
The Endymion.
Endymion, the Mighty Master, Papadabadoo. Soul tap, you can return, spell counter negates. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I meant by that doesn't
Yeah, that looked
matter
more like
I
what
forgot
this
that
matchup should go like. Because one of us is playing an actually good deck.
Dude, this deck is so fucking stupid.
You went through like 30-something cards in one turn, by the way. That was turn 2, and you had 3 cards left in your deck.
To be fair, that was because I used this card called Pot of Desires. You know what? I think I'm gonna fucking yeet this Pot of Desires card. Do I actually want to? Because like if I change it now, am I griefing myself?
I don't fucking know. I would just like to see
don't need
my
Endymion,
actually
though.
good card here that I have yet to see.
This regular Endymion card is dog shit though, so I don't want to play this card, at least that's for fucking sure. That's like absolutely worthless.
I have so many ways of seeing this card, but I'm just not seeing it. Smooge.
I'll just swap this, and I'll swap this. Then maybe this. What does this say? If you have no other card in your pen, you can draw 1 card in your graveyard. You can place a spell counter on, destroy this card. If you do, spell summon that monster.
I'd like
this
to
is
just
pretty
get to, because I really want to do this. This would be so sick. Because that way you could actually do stuff. Right? Because you go these, you go these, you go that. Yeah, that would low-key be sick.
Leave 1 in here. But I don't really want to draw into more Lunas, man. I think I would rather have one of these guys as extra. No, but that doesn't do anything in the fucking... Nah, whatever. Fuck it, we ball.
We ball. Hey, we
Ball.
got a game 3 somehow.
Dude,
So that's
actually
something.
surprising.
Dragon Shrine.
Yeah, go for it, bro. I ain't got nothing.
Sending Absol
Purge. Dominus.
Yeah. Absol is
Fuck
sent.
those
I'll add
cards.
a Rocket from my deck to my hand. I'll add Rocket Synchron.
Oh.
Actually, do I add Rocket Synchron? If I go you, I go
Is it an
this.
actual synchron?
I go this. Actually, wait. I activate this. I use this on that. I summon something. Can I do something cooler like that? Because I
Wait, sorry,
can't.
Dominus Purge.
I summon this. Summon this. This pop this, and then I use these. Oh no, these don't do anything. Fuck. No, it would be so cool. Okay, well then, yeah, sure. I'll do that.
Smoke.
Unfortunately, I will do just the boring shit, so yeah.
Oh, it's time for Beelze again.
Yeah, normal Rocket Synchron. Fucking use these fuckers. Make Beelze of the fucking ball sack. It's like...
How did you... Wait, what?
Rocket Synchron, normal summon, I revive Absol and then I just use Absol and Rocket Synchron. This is the like most consistent thing that came up in testing, but yeah, it's not exciting. The issue is I keep on being like one off of like being able to actually do the cool shit with like guard dragons and shit, but I'm always like capable of like putting 3 bodies on the board, but not 4. And not like, to be fair, like I guess the like just putting 4 here wouldn't even do that much.
I activate this.
Go for it.
I activate Endymion. Activate Secrets. Counter.
Go for it.
Counter. Add to hand a Wisdom. Then activate Spell Power Mastery. Counter. Counter. Add to my hand an Endymion card. I would like to add to my hand a Endymion. Servant of Endymion, I think. That should be alright. And then I place counters on a card, I place counters on this card, and then I would like to special summon using the effective reflection of Endymion by removing 2 counters. Reflection of Endymion and a card from my hand. I will be summoning this thing in defense. I will be summoning out a Magister of Endymion, and then I place counters on each of these.
Yep.
Then I activate Servant of Endymion to place a counter on this thing. And then I would like to activate the effect of Reflection of Endymion to bounce Magical Sigil Endymion to my hand and bounce Beelze to my hand, to your hand.
Your hand?
Then my hand, sorry.
Yoink.
And then I get 3 counters on Reflection.
Yep.
And then I activate Magical Sigil of Endymion. I can activate it again. Okay. And then does it matter if how many? Wait, what does this say? When this card with a spell counter is destroyed, you can add an Endymion card. Okay, so it doesn't matter how many I have on it. Got it. That's
It needs
kind
to
of
be
a bummer,
specifically be destroyed by battle.
yeah, but also, oh yeah, Magister of Endymion is actually really good here because of the effect where it allows me to, on your turn, remove 3 counters and summon an Endymion from my deck. That's what it allows me to do. I swing for 1.5.
I will take it.
And then I set 1 and I pass.
So does it help this deck? Dude, what the fuck
draw
is
phase?
this? Go for it.
In your draw phase, I would like to remove 3 counters. Double checking.
Go for it.
You can remove spell counters from your field. Yeah, I remove 3 counters. I remove 3 from here. And then, does this get a counter when I summon this? It does not. Then yeah, I would like to special summon from my deck and Endymion, the mighty master of magic. And then your move.
Which also, oh, it doesn't get a spell counter. Cool.
No, that's what I was checking as well.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just if I can place a counter on it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I get a second counter on Magister because of the attack that I did. When I declare an attack involving this card, I place a counter.
Yeah.
Or when this card declares an attack. There's so many like random trigger effects in this deck. It's fucking nonsensical.
Okay, so that's for the ones for turn, and this. No quicker. Okay. And then this negate spell and traps. Okay. Cool. Well, let's start by activating quick launch. Is this okay?
That's not a once per turn.
It is not.
Does it actually matter? Wait.
You can fire off 3. If you have 3 quick launches in your hand, you can fire off all 3.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if it's because if you have the field spell is really good in this position because you get these guys out for free. And this gets you. I don't know what this gets you. I assume it gets you the guy that would then pop another card or a card that allows you to summon from your hand and extend with that. But then you just go into Beelze again, and then it's kind of. I feel like kind of whatever in this position, but we'll see. I guess you could swing over Reflection of Endymion, but then depending on what I have in hand, I can always just bish bash bosh summon it back because it's a pendulum. And obviously I get a what is this effect again? Double checking. Endymion card. Yeah. I think that's fine.
Yep.
I think that's.
I will use this to go. Actually. That's really funny. Is it actually the best play I have here?
Bro's about to make not borrow load, but maybe borrow load actually.
Oh no, it doesn't. Actually, does this still? Oh, this shit's so fucking funny. Sure. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. I meant to summon. Where is it? It's. Where is she? There you go. I'll summon out Shell Rokket Dragon.
What the fuck is this? When Link Monster Dragon says you can destroy one card in this column, that this was. Wait, what? Destroy any number of monsters in that card's adjacent zones. In response to this card summon, I would like to activate the effect of Magister of Endymion. To
Wait, but you did it already in my draw phase.
Oh, I did. My bad. Oh, I fucking zonked out for a bit.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Double checking. When a trap spell or trap card. This requires for a resolution, right? Double check for these. When each time a spell card is activated, place 1 spell counter on this card. When that spell resolves, you can remove 3 spell counters from this card. Okay. This card is in your graveyard because it was destroyed by on the. What? So, when a Link monster.
Yeah.
Targets this. Okay. Can I ask, is the Link monster's effect on summon that you're intending to use?
I don't think any of these are.
No. Is it a quick effect?
All of them are all of the Boral links say that your opponent cannot respond to it.
Yeah, okay,
so they are not on summon, but they can't be responded to.
What I'm wondering is, so what I can do here is I can activate Spellbook of Wisdom, targeting my Endymion, which does not, first off, this does not resolve, because I activate the effect of Endymion, the Mighty Master of Magic,
to negate
which
your
allows me
Spellbook
to
of Wisdom?
negate my Spellbook of Wisdom by bouncing a card that has spell counters on it.
Yeah.
So I will bounce to my hand Magister of Endymion.
Yep.
And then my Spellbook of Wisdom doesn't resolve.
Yeah,
and then I get counters on this thing.
Yeah.
I get 2,
Yeah, that avoids things at least, and like that is the thing. But yeah, none of them are on Link Summon. They are just on what's his face.
I was just curious because I was thinking like, oh, can I do this in response to you summoning it instead of waiting? Like,
instead of doing it preemptively, but I'm just gonna do it preemptively just because apparently I cannot respond to them anyway. So
Yeah, fair.
and even if I could, odds are that they target on like activation, so it would pop immediately, and then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, but yeah, all of them are like they have different effects, but all of them say that they cannot be responded to. The Link 4s have quick effects, and the Link 2s have non-quick effects, but none of them can be responded to.
Okay. Yep.
And then I will fire off a Boral Supplier.
What is this?
During each standby phase, if I control a Boral Link monster, I can target a Rocket monster and graveyard to spell summon it and destroy during the phase.
Okay, and then you pop this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you pop this with something, and then you summon. Yeah.
Normal Tracer.
Is it fucking Beelze?
I can't do fucking anything because you're a bastard. Actually, wait.
Can you
Does this do... Wait, if I... It doesn't really do anything, but it's... Actually, does it? No, it doesn't. Because the issue is also, like, you're directly... There are more things that I can do, but you're directly fucking countering me by every time specifically bouncing my shit, so I can never play the video game.
I didn't realize this most cards until I read it while I was despairing.
Yeah.
So it's... Oh, that's actually really useful. Wow, that's just crazy.
Shibal. Now the thing here is... Does this card do anything? And the answer is no. Absolutely nothing. Because I'm trying to, like, I'm just literally trying to see, like, is there...
Oh, wait. Each time a spell card is activated. Wait, because you activate it too.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize these count for both.
The counter things. Yeah.
Yeah, each time a spell card is activated. I thought it was just for me. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I get one for quick launch and one for Boral Slipper.
Yes, sir. And this is card effect. And this was on special it bounces things.
Which one? Reflection?
Yeah, the reflection, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it doesn't really matter which one I do. Because...
Oh, just in case you didn't see it, Magister has 8 on scale. So
yeah. I think like these are the only 2s and the rest are 8s.
I also have a 4 and a 3. But
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, for the mythical beast stuff.
Yeah, the Medusa is like actually really good because of the fact that if I end up in a position where I don't have anything on like my other zone, I can use it to revive Endymion, which is huge, or I can use it to revive Reflection, which is huge, because I can use these for Big Eye.
Yeah. Oh wait, can I actually?
Because they also clear themselves out of the zones.
Oh yeah, these aren't. Yeah, that's not quick up, dude. These cards are so bad. Because I don't think I can't do that. I don't think there is a world where no. Yeah, once again, no. Unfortunately, with this deck, it seems to be that the answer is every single time a no.
Despair.
And these
kind of ass.
It is. It's just like because after you have Striker Dragon and you get like anything in the main deck, you can actually do stuff. But the issue is that because of the because I have fucking nothing in my main deck. My only good cards are the 2 tuners and Abs Router, which for whatever reason I can never seem to fucking find. There is kind of like nothing I can do.
Yeah.
And if I could, instead of like Beelze, if I could actually like have even a Link 2, and then I'll hit 200. Even if I had a like Link 2 that I could make, and then afterwards I could make Borlo Savage, then like that would still be fine, because at least then I get something that advances anything. But now I'm just sitting here with Beelze and hoping that you don't get 2 7s on board or don't get to summon Reflection. But unfortunately, everything in your deck just outs this thing.
Yeah, even in this position, I can just use.
Phase.
Oh yeah, you
I
get
forgot.
to add.
Yeah, I'll end phase. I'll summon.
Oh yeah, you summon. Well.
Yes, sorry. I'm
no,
just
it's all good,
thinking it's between two things. I think it's
Because in this position that I am right now in, I can. I think I win.
I mean most likely. Because
Also, I just realized that
I'll summon this.
reflection is in once per turn for the summon effect.
Yeah, it's as long as you can summon things. I don't think any
Oh
of
wait, no, it
these
is. You can only spell summon one of them once per turn. Once per turn. You
Oh
can only
yeah,
summon
because
them once
these.
per turn. Okay,
Oh,
wait.
that's right. Yeah, yeah. I guess
That's
every
relevant.
single one of them has that. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just summon this end phase and
Because you can
the
destroy this
biggest
card.
booty.
Face of card will be attack. Okay. Huge booty. This guy's massive.
It is.
Magister of Endymion.
Yep.
And then I would like to Pendulum Summon Endymion and Reflection of Endymion.
Yes, sir.
Bounce to my hand the Reflection of Endymion that I currently have in defense to bounce Beelze.
Yep.
Yep. Then I would like to activate the effect of Servant of Endymion to remove 3 spell counters to summon Servant of Endymion, and then I'm gonna double check if Endymion can be summoned once per turn. Endymion can be summoned more than once per turn.
I think you in the first game you
What?
summoned.
Yeah, I did, but like I'm double checking now just in
Yeah.
case, because it's like, wait, is this consistent? But no, it's fucking. I'm gonna summon this thing in defense. I'm gonna summon it over here.
Go for it.
And then I summon did I have anything in the graveyard that I can use here? No, I do not have anything in the graveyard here. I summon a second copy of Endymion. And then I activate Reflection of Endymion. Do I? I can send Servant of Endymion and Reflection of Endymion to the extra deck to summon out nothing, because I would need to use the Endymion in my extra deck, in my extra monster zone for that. Huh. Let's see. Let's think. Is there actually nothing that I can do there? No, there is. I can definitely do things. I would like to use the Servant of Endymion and Endymion to summon out a Daybreaker, the Shining Magical Warrior, placing a counter on it when it gets summoned. Then I would like to activate Reflection of Endymion, to place a counter on my Magister of Endymion and my Magical Citadel of Endymion. And then I would like to activate the effect of Magister of Endymion to remove 3 counters, using counters from the Magical Citadel of Endymion to activate its effect, to summon it and a card from my extra deck onto the port. I don't actually know how that would work if I don't have the slots, but I figured I might as well summon it like this so that I make sure that I have the slots as well.
Yeah.
And then when a spellcaster monster is summoned, I place a second counter on this, and then does this have an effect when it gets popped?
When a link monster effect is activated, it targets this phase of card on the field.
Dude, fuck this card. I'm gonna activate a fucking Spellbook of Power. Also, this guy gets a spell counter, and this guy gets a spell counter. And I activate this thing targeting my Magister of Endymion. And then this gets a counter, and this gets a counter.
Yep.
Magister of Endymion has 2.5k. I'm gonna swing for 2.5k into this motherfucker.
Yeah, that's already plenty enough. The thing is about like this deck is because you're always like you can do stuff, but it's like it's so unlikely to get it. But like if you have like even some extension, and obviously you always need the field spell. Like the thing that I like wanted to get to was to get to do like some guard dragon stuff, because if you have like any extension, like you can go with these guys, you can go into what's his face, you summon Absolutor with LP. Like if you have any extension or the field spell just gets you this, then you can use these to go into you can get triple burst even easier, but like in this case where you have like any extension, you could go Boral Sword, but you could even like get triple burst, and then with these like you could go Absolutor or anything else, in some cases like Tracer, and obviously Absolutor getting sent to the grave gets you this thing in your hand, and then like with these already, like you could then make a Boral Sword or a Boral Shroud or any of the like Link Force, and then with Rokket Synchron, obviously you revive
Make a
Router, and then with these
Borreload.
two, you can actually make the Borreload Savage, and then it would have 3 negates, which like it's not that hard to actually get into it because all of the cards you need for it are like the 3-offs and then just one of the any of the other names. But just seeing those together without like Striker Dragon is just so hard. The reason why Striker Dragon is so good because you always just have the field spell. Any level 4 or lower dragon is the field spell for you. And like this is a good board. I don't know why Pisty is there when it should be this thing.
I was confused as well. I was looking like, wait, why?
Like this is a good board, and this is a 4200 Borreload Savage, and like I also had the Tracer there, which I don't need to usually use for this, which means that it just gives me any other thing, which I can use them for Boral Sword, which then means that I have negates, I have my disruptions, I have any of the Rokket effects, which like pop 3, send a monster, send a spell trap, or just negate something like any of those things. But the thingy here about, I also run this guy with 2 polys, but I just never drew the polys. It's neat, but the issue there is like this pops one of your things and one of your opponent's things, but because all of the Borals, Rockets specifically, want to get targeted by Link monster effects to get their effects, it doesn't really do a lot.
Oops,
and then the final thing was that after dealing with Borreload Savage, which didn't come up because I never could make it, and Beelze obviously because it can't be destroyed is really ending up in the graveyard, I had a Hodra Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which I make with like I can revive Borreload Savage with Rokket Synchron, and those two then make Hodra Dragon Archfiend Abyss, which now once again like just gives me actually some interaction.
That's kind of. I'm trying to think. For just a board with Boral Sword and Borreload Savage, it's 1 negate and 1 turn a card to defense position, right?
Yeah, I mean the turn a card to defense position, because I have Rokket Tracer, it means just like the turn a card to defense position is instead one of the Rokket effects that I have in my grave, which is a negate, and then it's a send a monster to the grave, or pop a card in this card's column as well as the adjacent columns, or banish something from your opponent's extra deck, or negate something and make it unable to attack, or send a spell trap to the grave. So it's one of those effects alongside Borreload Savage, like realistically.
So the biggest issue is the fact that Savage negates the activation, which means that when I activate a Pendulum card and you choose to negate it, it goes to the graveyard. Which completely fucks me over if I'm trying to do anything. Because it also means that they have to resolve, right?
Yep.
So when you're negating the activation, they obviously cannot resolve. If you would just negate the effect, they would resolve and would still get the stuff for it, which is a big difference.
Yeah.
But what I'm thinking is, and also because like if I would activate the card, or like, well, I couldn't activate the card and then you negate the effect of the card, because you can't negate the effect of the card if it's just activated. You have to negate the activation if you're negating the activation. Never mind. But what I'm thinking is like I don't really have good ways of beating over Borreload Savage in most scenarios.
Yep.
Just because of the fact that it allows you to say, no, this card that you need to play right now to start your stuff doesn't happen. Because like secrets into wisdom and power, huge. Sure, I don't have targets for the last 2 all the time, but secrets is already like +1 counter. I already have a single counter, which means that if I have Endymion on board and if I have a any other like spellcaster I can summon, I immediately get to activate one of the effects of the other guys that Endymion has. So for example, if I have Servant of Endymion and I have Sigil of Endymion and I activate Sigil and Servant and then activate Secrets, it means that I also get to play Servant immediately and do stuff with Servant. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really actually like useful, and the problem here obviously is, if you negate Citadel, I can just get completely fucked immediately. Or if you negate Servant of Endymion, it means I probably don't have a line into Endymion. So on and so forth. And then to top it all off, you obviously have a gazillion attack,
Mm-hmm.
which makes it really difficult to beat over that thing. I think it had 4.2
Yeah,
with
with triple burst,
with
which is the
triple
most
burst.
likely one, it would be 42.
So the only actual out to it is the exact same out that exists for Beelze, but unlike Beelze, I'm more inclined to Big Iron.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, well, this thing I want on my board. If I have this on my board, I can just negate shit, and it's huge. It's massive. Which, yeah, I think if your deck has matchup, like legitimately, because of the fact that, like, consistently going to these things. Because
Yep.
then it means that the Endymion player has to actually be using their decks fairly efficiently. And some amount of luck has to be involved, just being a case of, oh, anything that I ever do, like me doing the thing that I want, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't just be autopilot the same way that it is with this current iteration. Which is kind of a shame.
Yep.
Maybe I'm never gonna play Endymion again. Just as a forewarning, which is kind of a bummer, but hey, I don't think anybody wants to see this card. We're you guys are Yugi boomers, except for Oni. Oni's not a Yugi boomer, so you know.
When you say
ain't
Yugi
nobody
Zoomer,
Yugi Zoomer, bro, started in 2021 or something.
damn.
I didn't get to play it, but I had Bamboozling Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my extra deck, because I thought it would be kind of interesting to be able to pull off like Magister and a Servant, and going into Bamboozling Shadow, and then having that as like an additional layer of protection for Endymion, while also essentially giving me more cards from my deck, because I'm sacrificing 2 fairly important cards for the sake of playing this card. But that didn't come up, and the other 2 links that I had were, as I mentioned, Crowley and Summon Sorcerers.
Yeah.
But for the most part, it's just the extra deck was never the point. It just happened to be fairly useful.
Deck this be here. We should give you this.
Exactly why I think this deck is pretty good.
Yep.
It has the ability to simply play everything that it has in its main deck, and then afterwards it has the ability to be like, well, I'm about to extend my plays into a big eye, which is exactly why stuff like Dragon Ruler is really good, because you just had access to everything that you would want from the extra deck. But obviously this deck has like clear faltering points, whereas at the time Dragon Ruler didn't really have any of those. And in this case, it's just I think I haven't actually seen it, but I feel like any kind of hand trap that just prevents you from summoning shit, or even just the Twin Twisters. Just opening Twin Twisters against these guys can be really rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think if instead of me having Endymion, Citadel and Lab of Endymion on board, when you flip the Twin Twisters, if I had 2 cards in my Pendulum Scales, I would have probably lost them in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a bummer in a way. But yeah.
So essentially, it's like you need it's Absa Router, Boot Sector Launch, and Quick Launch, or Rocket Tracer, and then any other rocket name is what gets you to this. Which is like, these are all 3-offs, but it's still like you need 4 cards specifically, and then that would then end on you have Boreal Sword, you have Boreal Light Savage, and then you have Rocket Tracer, which obviously gets you then any rocket. Because like if you like you can, I think you can get 3-3. You don't get the Tracer on board, which then just means that on your turn you would have to go for whatever you need in that scenario. But if you open the actual 4 cards that you would want to open, then you get to also end on Tracer, which obviously means that on your opponent's turn you can pop Tracer itself and get any of the rocket names, and then you'll have interruption with that with Boreal Sword, which is obviously spell speed 4. So
Yeah.
that would do it. But yeah, you do need specifically the either Tracer or Quick Launch. You need specifically Absa Router, and you need the Boot Sector Launch, which is why Striker Dragon is so big, because obviously that's another thing, which is like your deck had terraforming, mine did not, which would have been also a really big thing for this, because that's Striker Dragon is just a terraforming from the extra deck, which any level 4 or lower dragon turns into, which is really good.
I think the deck definitely, like, I was about to say, I think the deck definitely has the makings of something great, and then it's like, yeah, it fucking does, doesn't it?
It's almost as if it's like one of the most resilient combo decks of all time, which has been somewhat relevant on and off, basically after this structure deck came out. Like, I think there were like makings of a Dragon Link deck already, because obviously they guard dragons. Before this, like, they already did stuff, but like this structure deck is what like actually kickstarted Dragon Link being a really potent deck. I don't think it ever was tier 0, but there was a long period of time when it was like the most popular deck in tournaments, and it's like it's the combo lop deck, which I guess now I've done 2. Well, this wasn't combo lop, this was Beelze and Beelze accessories, but I think like it's too iconic to just let die, but I don't know if we get Striker Dragon yet, but honestly, there's maybe a world where I would play this in the anniversary episode, but I have so many decks that I would already want to play rather than this, so I highly doubt it, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But I'll try to play this sometime in the future again for sure.
Yeah, I think
we'll see what.
Considering how much support dragons keep getting, right?
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to actually make a deck that functions with these, just because of the fact that it's gonna be stronger than I think anything else that we've actually had. Because like the Dragoonity deck was already really strong. Like the end board was the strongest end board we've had in the series so far, as you said. So if you extrapolate from there and just think later down the line, we're gonna have the possibility of having an actual like deck playing that instead of Dragoonity.
Yeah, like that's the thing why this is so good. It's like you can put up something that's somewhat equivalent to that, but instead of you dying to literally any piece of interaction, you can do that board through 2 pieces of interaction. Which is why Dragon Link was so good, because you can play through multiple hand traps or interaction, and you can do the actual end board. Which is like, it's not exactly the same, but it's still like, you can end on Borrelord Savage and like 2 disruptions. So it's not like as crazy, but being able to do that for the time through multiple interruptions, which obviously the last week's deck, the ceiling was extremely high, but any interaction, essentially, it just immediately kills the combo. Or you need to open literally a perfect hand.
We saw what happened when I interacted, and you suddenly still managed to pull out the fucking deck.
Yeah, but that was a case of like I literally had the perfect hand for that. So. But yeah, this is something that I think we'll see in the future for sure. I'll try my best to slam it in somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
But now I am so fucking hungry, so I think we're gonna wrap up here. Any last thoughts on this as a whole?
I've only played against Endymion a single time, ever, and it was Sarud playing Endymion. I was playing heroes naturally. I flipped Mask Change on Absolute Zero. I cleared his entire back row, and he just kind of had to shrug and just kind of passed.
Nice.
Very fair and fun gameplay. Only the best at Yu-Gi-Oh. No.
Because you're simply the best. Oh yeah, and a final thing. Next week, it's going to be Fists of the Gadgets as well as OTS Tournament Pack 11. So.
What the fuck? Wait, there's a set for gadgets? Oh my god.
I'll say, I don't know if gadgets are in there. My ass is not playing gadgets in that set.
Brother, it's Brotherhood of Fire Fist and gadgets. Why is this a set?
Well, let me just tell you, I am not playing gadgets for that. So that's all you need to know what I'm playing then.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah. Regardless, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so very much for watching. I think we are 3 more. Then we are going to be exactly even, which is sick. So that's really cool. Yeah, because it would be 146, because that would make 73. So that's exciting. It's just, I don't know. It's just cool to see like how neck and neck the series has been with everything going on. So I will not be willingly throwing, but I think like even if I don't do, or even if I don't, I think we will have Jeexx overtake me very soon. So we will see. It would be cool if we get the exact 75-75 in the anniversary episode though. So maybe I'll try for that. So I get a couple wins in, and then I can toss some games. But regardless, we will see you next week for Fist of the Gadgets. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Have a great rest of your day, and peace.